California Congressman Kevin Kiley, also with us, Gordon Chang, author of Plan Red, China's project to destroy America. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Gordon, your thoughts? Are you surprised to see something like this?
I'm not surprised, because after the discovery of the first lab in Reedley, California in December 2022, it was illogical to think that China had only one lab like that in the United States. So the question is, now that there are two, are there more? And I think that they probably are. So at this point, we have to assume that there are other facilities, because we know that biological weapons are a main component of the People's Liberation Army, and that they have talked about exterminating Americans. And by the way, in the Reedley lab, they found the pathogen for Ebola. Now, Ebola has a natural fatality rate of 50%. Fortunately, it's not that transmissible, but we know that at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, they are studying Ebola, which means they're probably trying to make it far more contagious, which means that puts the lives of millions, tens of millions of Americans at risk.
Right. And Congressman, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, after what we've been through with COVID, we're still recovering from it. And then to hear about this biolab, obviously the one that happened in California not too long ago.
Yeah, after the one in California in Reedley was discovered, I raised the question, how many other such labs are out there? I also asked for a report from the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, and they ended their report asking that same question. We don't know how many other such labs are out there. So I introduced a bill to try to crack down on these labs, to find them, to shut them all down. Unfortunately, it has not yet been passed, and now we know that there was at least one other one. But I think Gordon is right. There are very likely more out there with these dangerous pathogens, HIV, COVID, tuberculosis, malaria, and yes, even Ebola, which pose a grave danger to Americans. And the folks that were running this lab in Vegas, same LLC, same individual who goes by various aliases. He was an international fugitive. He goes by Jesse. He goes by David. He was getting money from banks in China. I mean, it's something out of a Tom Clancy novel, but it is a serious risk to the health and safety of the American people. So I'm calling on the House to pass the bipartisan bill I have on this immediately.
Right. And Gordon, we've heard the stories. We know the stories. They try to buy up they try to buy up farmland, fertility clinics, you name it. Now they're using homes as biolabs. But you've got the governor of Minnesota, Mike Waltz. He's going back and forth to China. You've Democrats. They don't realize that they are our adversary. They want to kill us. And they're still kind of, I think, in denial where COVID even came from.
Well, that's certainly the case. And the story about the secret police stations, yes, it was great that the FBI found one in Chinatown, New York, but Daily Caller reporting says that there are 7 to 9 more. And by the way, one of them is in Tim Walz's Minnesota. And clearly they know it's there, and they're not doing anything to shut it down. So at this point, we have to go after China's bases of operation in the U.S. They are here with their agents, their operatives, their soldiers. We know a lot of them came into the United States during the Biden administration, and we have to round them up because they are out here, as the congressman said, to kill us.
Right. And Congressman, we saw these people, Chinese nationals, coming across the border, which is obviously not a direct route. Why not hop on a plane? Why did they come through the border? You understand just how dangerous all of this is. How come your Democrat colleagues do not?
Well, to be fair, I think some of them do. I'm authoring this bill with Jim Costa, who's a Democrat, and actually it was really his involvement that finally got the Biden CDC to start taking some action. The local officials there were, blowing the whistle on this and raising alarm bells, but they couldn't get the state or the federal government to really take it seriously for months. Thankfully, we're getting a much more rapid response this time around. But we absolutely need to step up our oversight of these dangerous pathogens. I mean, when we're talking about, potentially Ebola, E. coli, who knows what else. Actually, in the Reedley lab, there was indecipherable code on some of the vials that the CDC never bothered to even test. So it is a truly alarming situation, and I think that thankfully it's getting a little more attention now. I thank you for covering it, because I think it really requires urgent action. We don't want any other such labs that are out there. Who knows what they're using them for? Who knows what their plans are? We really don't want to find out.